guys! So today for dinner we're having shrimp fried rice. So I have all the ingredients ready to go. As you could see, we have a pound of shrimp. We have 4 cups of cooked rice that I cooked yesterday and put in the fridge because you want cold rice so the grains aren't sticky. We have 3 eggs. We have 2 cups of mushrooms, 1 cup of carrots. You can use like peas and carrots frozen, a cup of that, but I don't have any of that, so I just use baby carrots. We have 4 tablespoons of soy sauce. I'm using low sodium. 3 scallions, 4 cloves of garlic. They were small. A cup of corn. You can use frozen. I'm using a fresh corn on the cob that I just cut the kernels off of. I'm using half a cup of chopped white onion, half a teaspoon of ground ginger. I have 3 tablespoons of sesame oil and a pound of shrimp. It's a little over a pound, but we love shrimp. Okay, so here's my wok. It's heating up right now. So I'm gonna put you over here so you could watch me cook the fried rice. It's so easy. If you've never made this, you need to make it, assuming you like fried rice. Okay, so you're gonna heat up the wok. If you don't have a wok, you can do this in like a big frying pan. I've done that before. But I found this wok at a garage sale for $5. It was the whole set. There's like a steaming rack that goes inside. It has the lid. I don't even know where that is because I never used the lid. And it had some utensils, which no idea what I did with those either. So, but for $5, steal. Anyway, so this is feeling like it's getting hot. So I'm going to put in the 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, because what you want to do first, we're going to cook the shrimp first. So I'm putting in 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, letting that get nice and hot. I have this on high. When you're making fried rice, you want to cook it high and fast. So make sure that oil gets really, really hot. And we're also going to add not just the vegetable oil, but the sesame oil also. And that is starting to sizzle. Okay, I'm putting the shrimp in. I'm just going to move these around, cook them really quick. And then I'm going to take them out and put them in a bowl. And I'm going to cook the rest of the rice. You don't want to overcook these. 3 minutes and the shrimp are done, because if you overcook them, then they get rubbery. Make sure they all have their space. Flip them over, get the other side. Look how quickly they're turning beautiful pink. 1 more minute and I'm taking these shrimp out. They cook really fast. And if you're using small shrimp, you just cook it for a minute less. These are large, I think 3640, if I'm not mistaken. All right, these are done. See how they curled up? They're completely pink. So now I'm gonna take them out with a slotted spoon because I wanna save that oil and that juice in there, because that's gonna be part of cooking the rice as well. So I'm taking out the shrimp, I'm leaving the oil in there and all that yummy goodness. All right. Now I'm going to add the carrots. We have a cup of carrot. Again, you can use frozen, right out of the freezer, peas and carrots, but I don't have any of that. So a lot of times Cooking is being creative and making do with what you have. And because I don't have the peas and carrots, I'm using baby carrots that are raw, so they're going to take a little longer to cook. And I'm using mushrooms because I don't have peas. And mushrooms go delicious in stir fry. It's almost like a hibachi rice. So I'm going to let these cook down. And I'm going to add, I have a cup of raw fresh corn here. Again, you could use frozen corn right out of the freezer. I didn't have any. So I'm just using raw corn, raw carrots. Let that cook for a few minutes. I'm gonna add the onion. Just keep moving it around. Make sure it's all coated. Let it cook down a little bit. You want those carrots and the corn and the onion to soften up. Get a little toasty. And then once that softens up, I'm going to add the ginger and the garlic. Put the shrimp aside. It smells so good. So good. Let that soften up a little more. If you were using frozen peas, carrots, and corn, then that would thaw and they would be soft almost immediately. So you would only need to cook that for about 2 minutes or so. But because these are raw carrots and raw corn, you have to cook it a little longer. So I'm cooking it for about 5 to 6 minutes instead of 2. Because you don't want crunchy, hard carrots and raw, starchy corn. You want it to cook through and soften up. And this is something you can prep ahead. You can chop all the vegetables on a Sunday, have it all in the fridge, ready to go. And the night that you feel like making stir fry, just pull all the containers out of the fridge. Boom, you have everything ready to go. It's just a matter of dumping everything in the pan as you go along. But it's like super simple. And a lot cheaper than ordering takeout for sure. All right. I'm just gonna test. Yeah, we need another minute. Carrots are still crunchy. Not crunchy, but they still need another minute. And you can even switch out, if you don't eat seafood, you don't have to put the shrimp. You could do this with chicken also, and it's super good. Or you can just do a veggie stir fry. Add some shredded cabbage in here. You can add any vegetable you like. Zucchini. I know zucchini is not traditional Chinese food, or at least I haven't seen it, but I've made fried rice with zucchini and mushrooms and whatever vegetables I actually have in the fridge. Like I said, you can customize this to however you like. And if you have frozen vegetables, even better. You don't have to chop anything, and it's there when you need it. Smells so good. Okay, so now sneeze. So I'm adding my cloves of garlic that I minced. And I'm adding my ground ginger. That smells so good. I wish you could smell this. Okay, and I'll let that cook for a minute, if that. So the next thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna season with a little salt and pepper. At the end of the video, I'll tell you the measurements for everything. All right, so now we are going to crack some eggs in here. And I'm using 3 large eggs. So we got, push the veggies to the side. Because you want to scramble these in the pan without having, I mean, you could scramble in a bowl first, but why dirty another bowl? All right, so we got the 3 eggs. I have my little silicone whisk, and I'm just gonna scramble these eggs up. Once these are cooked, we're gonna mix them up with the vegetables, and then we're gonna add the rest of the ingredients. So we're at the finish line. Look at that. Okay, mix that all in with the vegetables. We're gonna add the mushrooms. All right. Okay, so we're gonna let that cook for a little bit. Just let that cook for about a minute or so. And then once that cooks for a little bit, we are going to add the rice, the scallions, the soy sauce, mix it all together, get the rice warmed up, and then last, we put the shrimp back in. And then you taste it. And if you want more salt, you can add more salt. If you want more soy sauce, you put more soy sauce. If you want it spicy, you can put some red pepper flakes. But I'm not gonna make it spicy because I made some super yummy, quick, spicy Korean pickles. I literally just made these 15 minutes ago. So good. So you're eating the nice, rich, yummy, warm rice, and then you have a bite of the cold, crunchy, crisp, vinegary, spicy pickle. So delicious. And also, once this is done, you can even change the flavor up a little bit. You can eat it just like that, regular fried rice, or another thing that I love is this Korean style gochujang sauce. It's like sweet but spicy at the same time, and you squirt a little bit on the rice and you mix it all up. So good. So what I usually do is I eat half the bowl regular without anything, and then as I get halfway through the bowl, I squirt some of this on there. So good, so yummy. And usually by the end of the meal, between that sauce and the pickles, my mouth's on fire. So delicious. Okay, so now I'm gonna put the rice in. Cold rice tends to get clumpy, so just break it up with your hands as you're putting it in. This is 4 cups of white rice. Cooked white rice. That's been in the fridge overnight. I made it last night before going to bed, let it cool down, put it in the fridge, knowing that I wanted to make fried rice today for dinner. Okay. And we're going to add scallions. This is 3 scallions. That's my hand. Sticky from the rice. And then, last but never least, the soy sauce. I'm using low sodium soy sauce, but you can use whatever you like. And if you feel like you don't have enough soy sauce, you can add some more later. But usually 4 tablespoons does the trick. All right, let's get this all mixed up. This looks delicious. And you can always give it a taste. If you want more soy sauce or you want more sesame oil, I love sesame oil, that rich, deep flavor. So if you taste it and it's kind of bland for you, put some more soy sauce, pour some more sesame oil, put some salt and pepper. This has all of that in it, but I like to start slow because you can always add more, but you can't take it out. So if you put too much soy sauce or too much sesame oil, then that's it. It's ruined. If it's too salty, it's ruined. I mean, there's little tricks you can do to make it better, but it's just better to... Okay, so now I'm going to put the shrimp back in. Ooh, there we go. And we're going to mix it up again. I love cooking. I hate cleaning up after cooking. I don't have a dishwasher, so washing all the dishes, not so fun. But it's definitely not bad enough to stop cooking. Because you can make yummy food, you can be creative, and it always tastes better when you make it at home. Homemade food always tastes better. Plus, it's more cost effective. Why spend a ton of money on something that you can make so easily and so cost effective as fried rice? And like I said, if you use chicken, it's even cheaper than the shrimp. Okay, let's give this a taste. Let's see if it needs anything. Here we go.